watching this crazy ass series on Amazon called Utopia.
Okay, yes, that was a great show. I watched the whole thing in one sitting. It was amazing.
Me too. I just watched it this past weekend.
Yes.
And that shit blew my mind because I was like, what if this is what's happening to us right now? Like, what if this is some man-made situation, this, virus, and now it's just like out of control and
it is
no containing it.
That shit is patented to the rooter to the tutor. It's man-made. Like, I feel like it's the epitome of what white people do when they have everything, they have all the money, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They be like, you know what? We're bored. Let's play with humans. Okay, I'm in. Like, y'all ain't got
play with human lives.
Y'all ain't got shit to do. Y'all never experienced no motherfucking struggle. So y'all don't know how to humble yourselves. So y'all just go ahead and make shit. You start making new wafts that randomly appear. We don't know where they came from. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, the fuck.
Oh, I remember that. The ones that people were, the red one, right?
Yes, and then they have these killer caterpillars that are here now in Georgia. You know where the fuck they came from.
What the fuck is a killer caterpillar?
A caterpillar that looks like a bad wig. You could Google it. A caterpillar that looks like a bad wig, and when you touch it, it's basically poisonous.
Oh my gosh! So kids can't even play with bugs and shit like we used to as kids, huh?
Listen, I used to fuck bugs up. I used to collect them all like Pokemon outside, put them in a jar and bury them, and then wake up in the morning and dig it up. You live. But I would never do that now.
Yeah. It's too risky.
Like
it's too freaking risky.
We got a voice. Who it is?
Let's go see what it is.
Y'all speaking facts about the traveling. I'm in Cali and shit, and every year, like every February, I'll take time off work, and me and my family, we fly to Canada, and then we fly to Europe. Fuck no. I ain't doing that shit for a minute until I see some damn changes going on with these numbers and these COVID deaths and things of that nature.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
It's nasty. I mean, I'm going to recommend it.
I did have a trip planned for January to Atlanta, and we had to cancel it. We were just like, you know what? The numbers are increasing. At first, they were kind of stagnant, and when we booked it, things were kind of looking good.
Let me tell you something. Georgia has had its pussy wide open since April, and it refuses to close it like prostitutes gone wild. Okay, people out here in parties and clubs with their mouths wide open, sharing drinks, sharing blunts, no mask, out in the simplest of things, just like whatever.
Yeah, I definitely miss outside, but I also want to live. I don't want to take the chance of it like killing me. It's just people are like, but what if it doesn't? But what if it does? I just don't. I don't want to take the risk. And even if I don't die, I don't want to end up with like severe lifelong lung damage or all the shit that I'm hearing about with people like for the rest of their lives or for at least the next year or two, they have to be on respirators or different types of...
Or you be like, you know what? I'm going to be preventative. I'm going to go ahead and take this motherfucking vaccine that they ain't, tweaked to, right? And I'm going to have this doctor inject me. And that's how the motherfuckers in Australia got HIV.
Oh, yeah.
They put the fucking needles in them and gave them fuckers HIV.
So what happens? What happens from that point? Like
you can, the way that the vaccine company is set up, you can't sue them. So you basically just asked out. This is your new life now. Like, listen here, I'm completely remote. My job starts in February. It's going to be remote for motherfucking 6 months. They don't know if they going back in the building, which I ain't mad at. Both of my kids is at my house. So it ain't no reason for me to go get vaccinated. As long as Instacart works and y'all want to vaccinate motherfuckers before they go in Walmart or Publix or Kroger, then I'm gonna just order my food.
Yeah, yeah. I just told my one of my closest friends that I'm like, listen, my main concern, it's like mothers, children. Like
Yeah,
I definitely get why you're like, I don't need to go out. Everything that I need is here. My kids are here. I'm here. I
yeah.
can order what I need. Fuck it. Because
Like,
you have so much more at risk. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
my kids haven't been at daycare or camp for like 3 weeks,
I don't
and
blame you.
I'm not paying you because they ain't there. Like, what you gonna say?
Hmm. So since they're not there, do you have to do the whole re-enrolling thing?
I
Um,
think over a period of time I will have to,
okay.
but for right now that school's still in order, I won't have to do a re-enrollment until probably the spring summer.
Oh, okay, that's good. So they didn't lose their spots. That's good.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why am I sending my kids out the house if I'm in the house?
Yeah, if I don't have to, yeah.
So
Some single parents feel like like I have one girlfriend where she's like, I just can't get anything done. Like he won't sit still.
yeah,
It's constant yelling. Like I have to keep my job because this is our only income.
yeah,
So she's more of in that position where it's like he got to get out of here.
yeah. But I don't have to like my 7-year-old, she does virtual school and she's in her room,
Okay.
and then the 3-year-old, I just be like, Aria, be quiet. You can either have your iPad or this leather belt. Which one you want? And she usually
Ooh.
picks iPad.
I need to recommend that.
So,
Talk about the belt, sis. Talk about the belt. Did you mention the belt today?
listen, the
She
leathers,
doesn't beat her
to
son.
mention the leathers, as Arya, to the point where she hears my slippers going towards my room. She's like, no, okay, okay. It's like, girl, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not even going to get the belt.
And my girlfriend, she's one of those I don't believe in spanking
Oh,
moms.
my mom did that, and look how I turned out. You think I'm about to raise myself twice? No, no. In the belt we trust, okay? In the belt we trust. But
I'm not even a parent, but I'm a firm believer.
I just feel like some kids need it and some kids don't.
Yeah. And you know
I
what you have as a parent.
I have one kid that already wants to clap back when I talk to her, so it has to be used. And then I have a 3-year-old that thinks she's an only child and has only child privileges, and I have to correct her. Got to break that.
Okay.
But
Gotta break
since
them
we are
in.
here, today's topic is women expecting men to pay for what?
Pay for dates. Pay for their
Listen,
children on dates.
listen. Pre-date. This is the pre-date.
Pre-date
I
payments.
Yes. So Shay hit me up in the DM and was like, she sent me a video. She was like, "What you think about this?" And basically, it was two girls like on a couch and this other guy on this podcast, and she was talking about a situation where she was going on a date with this guy and she was running behind and she needed to get her kid something to eat. So she asked the guy, "Can you take me to McDonald's so I can go get my child something to eat?" Of course, he said, "No problem. Get your ass in the car." She gets in the car. They get to the drive-through. She orders her kid's meal or whatever, her toxic a meal for the child from McDonald's. And the person says, "Okay, your total is such and such," and she didn't speak. She looks over to the guy that's supposed to be taking her on the date after she brings the food to the house for her kid, and she looks at him with the expectation of, "You ain't paying for it." And then she says, "I don't understand what's wrong with that."
she's she also reiterated that this was their first date. She's like, yeah, it's the first date. But I knew from that point forward that he wasn't getting any pussy. So she
Girl,
correlated like her decision on giving up the goods on whether or not this individual that she's just meeting was willing to buy food for her child that he's also just meeting.
which he should not have met.
That part.
Listen,
And see, we're gonna get into some motherfucking things because I'm with you on that. I feel
there's so
like
many,
first
there's so
date.
many no levels to this. It don't make sense. And as a mother of two girls, ain't no man that I'm going on a first date with seeing my child. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
completely 100% ready when you pull the fuck up, and you're not coming to my door. I'm gonna meet you downstairs because I know she lived in an apartment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
My
meet you
thing is,
downstairs.
I'm gonna meet you
And
downstairs. First of all, before we even get into the whole date part, let me just say this. If I know that I'm going on a date, my children and anything that needs to be done within my household would have been done maybe an hour ago.
right,
Like, I get that sometimes shit happens, but if that's the case, I would have pushed my date back. Like, listen, can you change our reservation, or can we move this to and move this an hour later than usual, than what we planned, or whatever? Because I still need to go get my child something to eat,
this,
and
this
whatever.
that pisses me off more because I know she was ready for the motherfucking date when she was sitting in his passenger seat. So that means you
Mm-hmm.
spent hours putting on your cake clown ass face when you should have got your kids something to eat. You didn't have no car. So you banked on the fact that this nigga had a car and he was
Yep.
going to not tell you no to go and getting your kids something to eat.
What?
It's a lot of audacity in this. And this is why I say when men be like, oh, and it's clear that it's not the man's problem, it's a woman's problem out here in the dating world. No, it's a man
Mm-mm.
and woman's problem because she
Both.
only
Mm-hmm.
acts like that because a man previously allowed that shit.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? So let me ask you this, Shane. Do you think there are limitations on what a person uh volunteers to do when they first meet someone?
There should be
Like for
limitations.
okay. And I'm asking that because I'm thinking to myself, if I happen to be in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
if the guy automatically pulled his wallet out and just chose to pay for it, I may have said no. And then if he insisted, I probably would have let him go on with paying.
Of course, but I'm not gonna sit there
Right.
and give you the eye like, nigga, you better come out that wallet.
Like it was an expectation.
Yeah.
But then I found, so you want to know something else that's funny? I used to actually work with the girl that was in, I had a part time job as a concierge a
Mm-hmm.
long time ago. And I used to work with her. And you saw what she looked like. And I feel like it was also one of them, I ain't trying to be funny, ladies, but it was just one of them little light skinned moments where it was
Listen,
like,
when they feel like they cute enough to get away with shit, and this is why I whoop my kids' ass because I do not want my girls. I don't care how beautiful they are or what skin tone they are to think that they're gonna have the world wrap around their motherfucking fingers because they're cute. No, you
yeah,
still have to have manners. You still have to ask before you touch things. You still can't act a fool in public. I will still check
yeah,
you in public, in the car, at school, at church, at your daddy's house, in front of your daddy. Like, don't play with me.
yeah, yeah. You have to set those boundaries. You do. I don't blame you, because I mean, people just don't do that. And so
And this is why, like,
let me just say this: where we worked, her
Yeah.
mom was the her mom was the property manager there. So I had also met her mom. And let me just say that the energy was the same.
Oh
So
no.
she got it honest. She got it honest. Like she did. She looked great for her age. She was an
Mm.
attractive woman. But you can tell that she thought the world revolved around her, and she instilled
Hate
that
that.
same thought process into her child. Yeah, because I just think that that was a shameful move to even expect that from someone.
Hmm.
Listen, I'm the type of woman that if we're just meeting, because we don't know how things may turn out, you can meet someone and it may not even turn into a romantic situation. So if someone offers to do something slight like a coffee date, I'm willing to do that. Because if
Yeah.
this is our first date and we're getting to know each other, it shouldn't matter what we actually go out to do.
Right.
We're just getting to know each other. We might talk this one day and never want to speak to each other again. So if someone is deciding that they don't want to take me out to a 400, a 400, spend $400 on a meal or whatever, I'm okay with that. If you choose to splurge because you want to show off, I'm not going to stop you. But if you're
Hmm.
also a more sensible person, I'm okay with that. I've seen people like post receipts from like
That's dumb
I
and
don't know,
tacky.
like Eddie V's, and they're like, oh yeah, we ran it up or whatever. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
but you don't even know if this person is going to speak to you again.
Like that's why what you said, the coffee date. Let me see you for 15 minutes. And if I like you, maybe this it can evolve into me seeing you for a couple of hours. But if
Right.
there's no way I'm spending guap on you that I could be spending on my kids, with my mother, with my brother, with my nephews, or on my motherfucking bitch,
Yeah.
assuming I'ma like you. And this is why men walk around with the complex feeling like I bought her a bag, I bought her a Chanel bag. I sent her these texts at these times and I said this. I sent the outfit to her house and we going on a date later. I know I'm getting pussy. And if she don't give me the
Mm-hmm.
pussy, guess what? I'm taking the pussy because I spent too much money on her. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that is right because it's not right. If a woman, I don't care what you did for a woman, if a woman does not want to have sex with you, that's her right to not want to have sex with you. If a man doesn't want to fuck you, I don't care how cute you think you are, how you look, he don't have to fuck you, and he don't have to be gay because he doesn't want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like a lot of women assume that shit.
Yeah. Something must be wrong with him. He ain't want me.
Girl,
Sis, sometimes it doesn't even have anything to do with how you look.
right?
Sometimes your thought process can turn a man off.
Yes,
How you present yourself. Like what more do you have going for you other than your looks? Some men are, some men are sapiosexuals. They're into more than just your body. They want to see what your thought how do you think? What do
right.
you read? Can you spell?
Listen, can you spell? Good one. No, spell something without your iPhone. Let me see.
Do
Like,
you know when to use there, or there?
listen, do you know that the verbiage a lot is not one word? Like a lot of people don't know that, and that shit be bothering me.
We were and where?
Like, you mean to tell me in your grown age you never went back over your grammar? You never Googled common misspelt words? You never updated your resume and caught these small grammar errors? That's what you telling me?
As a newly single woman, I am what? October, November. I'm almost 5 months in
Yeah.
to my new lifestyle.
Okay.
And what I notice is that people don't want to take time to get to know one another anymore. It's like we meet, we chat, boom, we're hanging out, and then we're going right into like relationship type shit.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but I really don't like that. I feel like I don't want you in my home if I don't know your background. I haven't even looked you up on Maryland K search yet. I don't
Man,
know if you're like a serial killer
what's
or
your
I
last
haven't
name?
I haven't learned your last name. What foods are you allergic to? I can't cook dinner for you if I
Listen,
don't even know what you can and cannot eat.
do you have health care? Do you go get your teeth cleaned twice a year like you're supposed to? And you just want to
Listen,
come eat me the fuck up? No, sir.
listen. I'm currently dodging this handsome ass guy
Oh, God.
because he refuses to take care of his mouth. And the reason why I know is because I had met we had met some years ago. So we had tried dating some years ago.
Yeah.
And um when we met, um everything was good, really good guy. You
Yeah.
know, he worked, he had everything that you would possibly want someone to do. He was busy, he had his CDL, so he was always driving trucks and doing the little cross country thing. It was a good look for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when he started to spend the night, I noticed that he would not brush his teeth.
What?
Oh, he
What?
would not. Hold on, hold on. Sorry, my cousin must have left his phone in the house, so he couldn't call me to tell me he was at the door.
I don't know. Like, you got to be able to brush your teeth.
No, no, no worries. Bye bye. Sorry, I'm sorry. Going back in the house now. He just
Like,
came to
how could
pick
you
up some
not want
goods.
to brush your teeth?
So basically, um, at first I thought it was just like, okay, some of the overnight stays were like random.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he doesn't keep like a care bag. So the next time I had went to the store, I bought one for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I had explained to him that this was for him. I'm like, hey, you've been spending the night more often. I went ahead and just got you a toothbrush. Since you go to work from here and you go so early, you don't have time to go home, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
I would literally, he would wake me up to lock up the house after he left. And I would go in the bathroom and check the toothbrush and it would be dry. He was intentionally not brushing his teeth. He would
That's nasty.
shower, he would put on cologne, he would even gargle with mouthwash, but he would not brush his teeth. And it just throws me for a loop because he wants to kiss. Once I realized that he wasn't
No.
brushing once I realized he wasn't brushing his teeth, I stopped kissing him. So then he was
Like, sir,
like,
stop giving me your plaque. I don't want plaque.
and he was like, "You must not like me no more." And I'm like, "Bro, you're not brushing your fucking teeth." So I am one of those women that
I
I tiptoe around people's feelings, and the reason being is because,
don't do that anymore.
yeah, now if this was the situation, well, no, because I still haven't told him why I don't want to talk back to him. But I feel
Girl,
like you should know. Why do I have to tell grown ass
girl,
men commonsensical things like your breath stink? You ain't
listen,
brushing your teeth.
listen. My oldest kid's dad, he'll come in from out of town and I let him stay at the house because it's only for a couple of days. And I usually pick him up from the airport. And he comes in here, he puts his bag down. I spray it with a Lysol instantly.
Yeah.
He takes off his shoes at the door, spray them with Lysol. He sits on my couch for a while, and then his ass, I said, "You're not going in my room until you take a shower." He's like, "What you mean?" "All right, I'll just take off like my shirt and my jeans." I was like, "No, nigga, take your ass in the shower. You traveled during
Yeah.
a pandemic. and you're coming to my house where I have kids and comfortable shit here. Why the fuck do I have to tell your grown ass to go take a shower?
Yeah. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, buddy. All of it. Just go in there, douse yourself in some soap and water, and come back out and we can start all over again. But that,
And I
I
was
don't know.
like, and I said, and don't think later you gonna get comfortable and come lie down anywhere in any bed, your kid's bed, my bed, anywhere, and not take a shower because you could have the floor. And that nigga slept on the floor because he wanted to wait until next day to take a shower. And I'm just like, this is the trifling shit that would make me and you just our kid's parent, because I don't want a man that I have to become a parent to.
Yeah.
Like, that's trash. Nobody should have to tell you to brush your teeth, especially if they're offering you guest toothbrush.
Yeah. Yeah. I brought it there for you. I explained that it was for you just so there wouldn't be any misconceptions of maybe this is someone else's. I explained to you that I purchased this specifically for you. No one else has touched it. The only thing I did was unwrap it and stick it in a toothbrush holder. It's
Listen,
yours. Use it.
I expect children to be trifling, like how I bought a big thing of Scope mouthwash for the main bathroom that the kids use, and nobody has touched that motherfucking mouthwash. I expect that, and I have your own gargle personal cups. So it's not like you got to do it from the cap. No, you have your own cups, and nobody touched it. And then my personal mouthwash in my bathroom is finished. So that means y'all just walking around here with stank breaths. My kids have their own tongue brush, which is separate from their toothbrush to brush their tongue.
Me
And
too.
if I'm talking to my kid, even my 3-year-old, I'm like, Ari, you're breasting. Go brush your teeth and brush your tongue. Like,
Yeah.
certain things I don't want to have to tell a man to do. And I just feel like, going back to this woman on this date, I feel like as a man, I would go ahead and tell her in front of that cashier, you asked me to take you in my vehicle so you can go get your child something to eat. Here we are. Pay for your child's food. And then once you
Yeah.
pay for your child's food, can you please exit my car? And I would have
Yeah.
drove the fuck off so she could walk those blocks to her fucking house, because you just have a lot of audacity and your character is stink.
But that's the thing. Men sometimes are so deep into the look of someone that certain trifling ass behavior, they'll accept it because someone looks good. That guy probably still took her out, still spent his money on a meal, all of that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I'm going to play these voicemails, and then I have a list of things women expect men to pay for that they shouldn't.
Okay.
A man who expects a woman to pay for something is trash.
No,
Wow.
no, not a man who expects a woman to pay for something. She expected him to automatically pay for her child's food at McDonald's because they were going on a date later.
The
And
first
that's
date,
their
not
first
someone.
date. And
Yeah.
that's not his responsibility.
Yeah. Not someone that you've hung with before and you guys have a rapport with one another. Not
No.
someone where you've actually taken your children out with their children. This is a strictly a first date. This is my
Right.
first time hanging with the woman. This is my first time seeing her kid. First date. So she
Should
brings
never
along her
see
kid
it.
to pick up food. And now she's telling you, well, she's expecting you to
She
pay
giving
for
you
her
the
child's
eyes.
food.
She giving you the eyes from the passenger seat. Well, you ain't gonna pay for it.
Yeah, she did that little 5-second pause when you guys are in the car at a fast food spot. You trying to figure out who's gonna pull out their car first. She did that.
Yeah,
That little side eye.
that's crazy.
I like a woman who meets me at the car. You know, I ain't got to get out of the car and come to her. But yeah, you know, I see this right here. It says that a woman is expecting men to pay for. But a man who expects a woman to pay for anything, he needs to be taken out and beat.
he got the story all wrong.
Yeah.
Listen, you know that he's not making out with nobody else at work because he's not brushing his teeth. You know what I'm saying? So, the
Period.
halitosis is going to guarantee no cheating is going on. What's the
Period.
problem?
Sis.
What's up, She Gets It Pod?
Oh,
Um, what's up, Shay 2 times? I just wanted to come through. It's goodies coming through saying what's up to you ladies. I'm enjoying this conversation. Y'all are doing y'all doggone thing. Make sure
Yeah.
y'all clap it up, follow, share this podcast with all of your friends because they are doing the doggone thing.
thank
Yeah.
you, goodies.
I don't know. I hope he not at work kissing on people with no brushing his teeth. That's not sanitary.
Listen, listen. The world we live in and the things that we see, you never know what's really happening. And if another woman is willing to kiss you like that, then kudos to her. She can have you. Because I just that if you ain't brushing your teeth, you're not even anything to fight for. I'll give up.
Right.
I'll give you up.
Right.
So the lack of hygiene is what caused me to leave him alone. You know what I mean? And so when we ran into each other at the gas station recently, I said, okay, well maybe things have changed or whatever like that. I didn't catch a whiff of anything, and they don't look bad. Surprisingly, his teeth don't look
It
decayed
don't
or
what it looks like. It's just like I have to tell you to brush your teeth.
right. But no, I'm just saying when I ran back into him, I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
tell whether or not he had changed his habits because his teeth don't look bad. But then when we finally did meet up to go, we met up to hang out or whatever, and once we got into close proximity, sitting in the booth together, I was like, damn, you on the same shit. You still ain't brushing your damn teeth.
Yeah,
I just
that's not
can't.
certain
Yeah.
things to do. All right, so I created a list.
All right.
Okay, and I think any men who are dating, I feel like this should help you gauge with some goddamn boundaries because there are nasty women out here too that have bad hygiene. Um, all right, so first on my list is men have to stop letting women get their lunch money and dinner money for the idea of smelling pussy. And I say the idea because you don't even know if she's going to allow you. You don't even know if you're going to be anywhere close to the vicinity, and you don't even know where this is going. She's just automatically knowing she's getting money out of you to eat. I have multiple women friends who have men in their phones scheduled to buy them food so they don't have to spend their own money.
Wow. Can they teach me?
Listen,
Like,
I said
like
so you
that's
don't
really,
feel
is
bad.
there men out here that really want to, like, this is my thing. I can't feel bad for you if you're dumb. If you're just doing this voluntarily because you're just that desperate, I can't feel bad for you. I
Right.
can't. I feel bad for people that are misled into believing something else is going to happen. But this is my thing. Some women are very blunt, and some men know. But sometimes men have this mindset that they can change your mind, or oh, if I
Hmm.
keep doing X, Y, and Z, then maybe this will happen.
Right.
Listen, us as people, men and women, if we made our mind up about something, just the same way they used to say, men know if they want to deal with somebody, they know after a certain amount of time. Same with women, we know. So if we're telling you X, Y, and Z isn't going to happen, it's a high chance that it's not going to happen, buddy. If you're still choosing to spend your money and splurge on a woman after she confirms that nothing is going to happen, then you're just crazy.
But
You
that's what
deserve it.
happens is most women won't straight tell you directly that you're never, ever, ever going to with me, not even on a bad day. They won't tell them, so it's kind of like they lead them on like little mice and like snack trails.
Okay, so you feel like these men are being misled into believing that there's a possibility that they'll
Hell
get the
yeah.
goodies.
And some of them, I feel like some of them know it. That's why you'll have like men who have a lot of money who will, within the first week of seeing you, go to like Saks and buy you a Chanel bag. You're
Hmm.
buying a Chanel bag to make up for the fact that you have no confidence. You know that you alone, you can't carry this to go anywhere. And you want me to stick around. So you feel like you have to give me these elaborate things so I can stay.
Yeah. I mean, put it like this: men who have money, they know that that's like their winning thing. Men are into shiny things for that reason. They know that a lot of that shit attracts women. Same
I
thing with like the.
completely avoid those men because I feel like it's so lame. Like if I can respect
Mhm.
you as a man without things, butt ass naked, I can do nothing with you.
Right. Not even just that, but their possessions.
Yeah,
Their
you.
possessions. Like a lot of times it's a facade, especially when it comes to like cars and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
you're portraying this person, and then when I get to know you, I learn that you're already three car notes behind, or you still living in
right.
your mama's basement, or like it be so much shit. Save your money, bros.
Yeah,
If you're dealing with a woman and you want the goods, if you guys don't build a connection without you spending money,
hmm,
then save your money and move on. Every A situation can't be based off of finances and finances only. If that's your only connection with the woman, let it go.
like and I don't know where you are, but for here in Georgia, a lot of men would be like, "Hey, my name is such and such," and push out their hand as if you're going to touch them, and I'm going to look at you like, "Okay," and they'll say, "Well, you got a man?" No. Well, I can get you X, Y, and Z. Like, who told you I was looking for something to be got?
Yeah.
And to me, that's a complete turnoff if you're coming at me selling things that you can get me so I can feel like, okay, you it. You can't approach me like that. Maybe that'll work for the five girls down the street or around here, but it's not going to work for me. Like if you don't have it and I'm not attracted to you, there's nothing that you're going to be able to say to me or show me that you can get me that's going to be like, okay, I'll bear with your face that only a mother could love. I'll bear with the fact that you eat your food like you just killed it in the wild. I can bear with the fact that you have bad BO and me and you probably wear the same bra size. There is nothing that you can buy me that's gonna make me comfortable with that.
Same. That's how I feel about breath guys. Like, listen, I don't care how much money you make. Yes, you are successful and you're doing well for yourself for your age. But bro, it's no way. I can't deal with bad hygiene. That is a
Yeah,
complete no for me. And I
yeah,
know that he's one of those guys that wouldn't mind, helping you out or doing things for you and buying you things and stuff like that. But for me, it's just not worth it. If I
yeah.
gotta smell that all the time, it's just not worth it.
It's madness. All right. So the next one is men have to stop allowing women to guilt you into buying weaves and their upkeep.
Yeah.
Especially if you not their boyfriend, you not their fiance, you not their nothing. Why are you paying for this woman that you have no commitment to and she has no commitment to you to get a new hairstyle for another man and pay for her lashes and pay for her to get her waxes and you'll never be able to see that shiny glossy pussy? Why are you paying for that?
It's the desperation for me.
I'm just like, who raised these men? Like, who raised you? Is it your mom? Did she not love you to give you game? Is your daddy not around? Do you not have any
Uncles,
essential uncles?
nobody around putting you on. Yeah, because and it's crazy because I have a girlfriend that has someone like that, and he knows that she has a dude,
Oh,
but she legit goes to him for like her nail money or like just little stuff that she may want to do for her kids, and he'll give her the money for it.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know if he feels like it's like, oh, I'm flexing on your guy, but really you're not, because the guy can do the same things. It's just it's easier to get it from you, so she comes to you.
Listen, a lot of men who are fiancés to women know that their women have a sugar daddy and they got them with the credit cards and they got the money to go get things done and they don't care.
I don't, but see, I wouldn't even know how I would feel if my man was okay with that.
Exactly.
Like, why are you okay with another man pampering me? Eventually, he's going to want something. The conversation is going to come up. So it's like, you're just going
You a
to.
big L and I ain't talking about Cool J. Okay? Lame. The other
You're going to.
the other thing on my list is dear men, dear males out here, and the youth that's getting into. Oh, I think I like girls. Okay, let me tell you something. Women can hold their own fucking purses when they go shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Women only ask you to hold their purse to show the world how short their leash is for your ass. It's like marking their territory. If I see a man holding a purse, I know that what? He got somebody and she got his ass.
Yeah. Your pussy wet.
I have never went to a mall, a store, or a restaurant and told the man I'm with, hold my purse.
First of all, I don't even, and I've been in love, but I don't even want you holding my bag. For one, y'all don't pay attention the same.
Right?
You sit my, like, if I have to do all that to feel like I'm in charge, then they can have it. I don't even want that.
Like nobody should have to be holding your bag. All right?
Yeah.
So don't do that. Men out here, you have to stop paying for her vacations because she's not taking you.
Yes.
And when she posted on the gram, she's saying self-made, girls trip, self-care, when really she never paid for it for self. Okay? Why didn't you post your bareback sugar daddy that gave you the card to go swiping swiper? Why you ain't post him? Because you
Because he's
know he
like
got a hairy back.
65 and he bald.
He's bald. He got a hairy back. His pinky toenail ain't on all the way. Like it's all types of things that's fucked up. But his credit card never declines. I'm
And
just saying,
if you're
men got to
into simp behavior, if that's your thing, because see, I hear what we're saying, and I don't want to be the woman to knock it if these men are okay with this shit. Because a lot of these men know that they're being played, but they still do it.
It's out of order.
It is. I don't know how to feel about them or for them, for those
Mm-hmm.
type of men, because it's like you're allowing this to happen to you.
And then you know what? The backside of that is men who are trained by this caliber of woman. They might
Hmm.
meet somebody later and they might find themselves in a relationship with somebody, and the way that they try to make that person happy is by buying things and showing up
Mm.
money. Okay, and what happens is a discussion has to be had every time. If I call you and I say, man, I got to do this and this, and then you send me a lot of money, and I'm looking at you like, why did you send that money? Because you got that stuff to do. It doesn't mean I want you to pay for it. I'm not looking for you to fund me. I feel like some men are so trained in having a woman that's like that when they have a
Hmm.
woman that's not like that, they don't know how to treat the situation.
Yeah, I can
And
see
then,
that.
and then it becomes like you just need a woman that wants to be tricked off by you. I'm not it,
Hmm.
so I don't know if you're gonna be comfortable. Like you have to find another way how to woo me because that's not it.
Yeah. And
So,
everything isn't for everyone. Like Shane is saying,
right.
just because that worked for one woman, it doesn't mean that that same process is going to work for another. Yeah, because by me having a lot of male friends and knowing that a lot of this flashy shit is just for show and they aren't really living that life, I
Yeah.
don't fall for that shit. So doing that kind of stuff for me does not, that won't move me. That definitely doesn't make the pussies work.
Listen,
Like,
this is why it's very important for my daughters to spend equal time with their dads, and their dads, do things, opening the door, taking them out to nice dinners,
holding
um,
their hands.
holding their hand, telling them that they're beautiful, and doing all of this stuff that's very basic so they can know what the standard is.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I agree with you 100%.
I'm just like, oh no. All right. So the next thing that's on my list is men have to stop taking maybe pussy on vacations. And maybe pussy is someone that you like. You probably went on a couple of dates, but y'all haven't fucked yet. You say, hey, you know, I'm going on vacation. I want you to come, and you take them to somewhere where you have it's like its own separate island. Okay, you paying guap. Okay, you paying like let's say $500 a night to be in wherever you at, and you're doing all of this in hopes that this woman knows that y'all just have this illusion of an agreement that oh, this trip comes with pussy. These nice deeds come with pussy. And you get all the way there and she's just like, nah.
Hmm.
Y'all have to stop taking pussy that y'all not sure y'all getting out on elaborate vacations.
Yeah,
A lot of men do it.
100%. 100%. I 100% agree.
If the girl that you went on vacation with don't want to take pictures with you and she hands you her phone so she can tilt her left foot up really high like on the ankle and she wants hold my phone and take my picture, sir, you've just been scammed.
And she's on look, she's only taking pictures of her plate when you guys are
Listen,
at dinner.
you just been scammed. I'm just saying. This is a warning. I'm just saying. Don't do it to yourself. Okay?
I'm so
Don't
confused though.
assume. Don't assume pussy.
I'm so
Okay?
confused on how these things happen. If there are any guys listening, let me
No,
know.
unfortunately, they're not
No guy.
listening. But I will put this in their face because they need to know. If you lame, okay, then you just lame. But you can't be lame and allow bullshit like this to go on and then complain about it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, let me know, what does a woman have to do for you that makes you feel like she's worth spending money on her? Like, what is she saying? What image is she portraying that makes you feel like, you know what, this woman is worth a lavish trip to a foreign country, 10-day travel,
Listen,
all costs covered.
listen.
We've only known each other for a month. Like, what is she doing
What's
to
so crazy
manipulate?
is I watch too much fucking TV. I watch too many documentaries. I've seen Taken a little bit too many times. So if a man says, "Hey, I want to take you on this 10-day all expense paid vacation," all you have to do is pack your bags and come. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, okay." And as soon as he turn around or leave, I'm gonna be like, "Mom, somebody trying to kidnap me. This is my location. This is where I am. I'm gonna change my phone number. I'll call you when I get the new number because you're not taking me to no country that I don't know, or it's just me and you. I've never given you any type of pussy, and you gonna tell me don't worry about paying for nothing." Season 10 merch is on Teespring. Before she gets it, okay? Get you a t-shirt, Get you a hoodie, get you a sweatshirt. What else you get? You get your goddamn mask in camo, and just get you something nice, something comfy, something low key. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too serious. Because if y'all think 2021 is about to erase Corona, you are incorrect. That's my best Trump voice. Because we about to pull his ass out of that White House like a Diary of a Mad Black Woman, okay? So y'all enjoy the merch. Back to the motherfucking show.
Yeah.
Like,
I
to
don't
me,
even, as a woman, I don't even feel comfortable with that.
yeah, these women not even care. They don't care about their life. You're not carrying no weapon because you can't travel with one.
Yep, that's true.
I really want to know how many of these traffic girls
Started out in this type of
who went to different countries with men really got caught up like that.
Then you don't come back, and next thing you know, your aunts and your cousins and your mama, they all calling the hotel trying to figure out what happened to you. And
listen,
it's been months down the line and you in somebody's ditch.
Listen. Or you in somebody's basement being somebody's bitch. Imagine if somebody took you, you went on this trip, you ain't never came back home, you just in somewhere, you don't know where you at, people speaking other languages, and you haven't seen a mirror in months.
Oh my gosh.
And then all of a sudden, I know I'm painting a scenario. All of a sudden, you get escape, and you in the middle of some motherfucking woods, and you don't know what country you in.
Well, yeah, so you don't even know where to start. Like, they have a better chance of finding you than you do of finding your way out. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, sir. You could be the nicest man in the world. You could have the greatest intentions. You could probably be safe as all squares, okay? I'm not coming on a trip like that if I do not know you.
Yeah, I have to get to know you first. I mean, and that should just be, listen, ladies, that should just be a basic requirement. Let me get to know you before we go out of the country. Like, it sounds good when you, and I think a lot of times we get so caught up in like the lavish lifestyle, like reality TV and superstars and shit like that. And you want to go to Bora Bora and all these fancy ass places, and that's cool. But save your money and do it yourself. Plan a girls trip.
Yeah.
Don't just do this shit with some random man.
Yeah. But even some groups of friends that are women will set your pussy up to be.
Oh yeah, because I've seen that too. I've read something like that too.
Listen. The next thing on my list is men, drama, and dramatics ain't sexy or cute anymore. So stop saying, oh, I like when she, yell at me or she get all hostile. I like that. I like when she, make a big scene. That's not cute. And I'd be embarrassed for men when I see them with women like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just about to
Chance said it's not sexy anymore. That shit was never sexy.
It was never sexy, but I feel like there was a decade of, women talking crazy to men in videos and that shit being like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But now,
like, you don't know man.
Listen, now it's kind of like, why are you accepting this, sir? Why are you letting this woman talk to you, sir? I want to walk up to them and be like, we is free now. Slavery.
Some boundaries.
You know what I'm saying? We can read now. Like, you can leave. You don't have to be here with this woman that's treating you like shit.
I wish some guys would.
Some of my brothers didn't get that memo.
Ooh.
But that's not the topic for tonight.
That's a story for another day.
Listen. was like, sir, do you have some type of self-hate, some type of self-torture where you're staying with this woman?
Yeah. I've seen it too. And listen, even if the women, don't get it twisted. I'm one of the women that's willing to tell my girlfriends when they're wrong.
Yes. I've
So
had, I've
even if
had friendships end because I didn't agree with a friend, and because the friend that did agree with her didn't like that I didn't agree, then we're not friends. I'm
Mhm.
just like, I don't give a fuck. And y'all older than me, y'all pussies is dusty. And if y'all looking for some recess shit of agree with me even though I'm wrong, I'm not it.
Mhm. I just no. I'm that friend. I'm like you, Shane. I'm letting you know when you're wrong.
Because I
I'm
want you to
telling you
check me
straight
when I'm
up.
wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm letting you know straight up how you treating a person is wrong. How you listen. I just recently had a friend hook up with one of my guy friends,
Yeah.
and I had to let her know, like, listen, this is a really good guy.
Yeah.
So before you trample all over him,
Be
just
on your best behavior, bitch.
yeah, don't hurt my friend. Like I care about this guy. Don't hurt my friend.
Yeah.
And as women, it's okay. It should be okay to like check one another. If we're
Hmm.
really friends,
Right.
it should be okay for me to tell you, yo, your behavior and what you're doing, this shit is not right.
Yeah. Especially if they're used to checking me when I'm incorrect. That's why the same people that dish it can't always take it.
That's true.
Listen,
But
what else
see,
we got?
I'm always open to my friends letting me know about myself. I'm like, listen, if we can't be honest with each other, then what is the friendship for?
Yeah. Tell me if I look fat in this, because if you let me go out here with 5 stomachs, I'm gonna be mad.
Baby, I'm a plush pound. And what I've learned about friendships is that you got to go by your own instinct. If you ain't feeling it, because your friends love you,
Yeah.
and sometimes they incorporate loving you with lying to you. I don't know
Yes.
why,
Men
but
do it
they
too.
will.
Stop that shit. Stop
And
it.
no, don't do that to me. If you really love me, be honest with me.
Yeah.
So I've come to learn, because you have those people that are like, you ain't fat. Oh, that grinds my motherfucking gears, baby. I know who I am. I know what I
Listen,
look like.
I stepped on the
Um,
scale 2 days ago, and I was just like, how? What do you mean? Oh, this thing must be broken. I stepped off of it, and I stepped back on that shit, and I opened my fridge, and I'm being like, who ate most of these slices of this cheesecake? Who ate all these crab chips? Who been in here snacking on white bread and carved turkey slices and cheese and shit? Who? Oh, it was me. Okay. So now I know, like, girl, you been in here picking the fuck out. Okay. You been in
I'm the
here
only
storing
one to blame.
it like a motherfucking bear for the winter, and it's showing. And because I see myself every day, I'm not noticing it. But when I
Yeah.
stepped on the scale 2 days ago, I was like, oh, okay. So we about to be eating boring for like the next couple of months. All right. And I just been in my backyard working out. I've been in here working out while I'm watching TV. My squat thigh machine is right next to my desk. Like, I'm not blaming anybody but myself for that shit.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, we're the only ones responsible. But the key is recognizing who you are. I don't need anyone else to tell me who I am or what I'm looking like, because I
Yeah.
recognize who I am.
Yeah.
So be honest with yourself first and foremost. Yeah, we should look out for each other and be honest with each other, but also be honest with your damn self. We know when we wrong. We know when what
Right.
we're doing is wrong.
Right.
I don't need anyone else to stamp that for us.
Right. All right. The next thing on my list is men, do not financially ruin your credit or your business for a woman's wants.
Oh my gosh.
A temporary woman's wants. Do not allow somebody that has semi okay pussy to show up at your job and act a motherfucking fool where you're trying to make partner. Don't do
My
it to you.
dad told me that my mom had did that
Ooh.
when they were young.
Oh no.
And he was like, he said, I don't do this normally, but I had to take the stack of paper
Oh
and hit her
no.
in the back of the head.
Oh no. Just in the
But
office acting a fool.
just in the office acting a fool. But I can see because my mom is like a young mom. I can see her being that loud for no reason, like, oh, you gonna listen to me type woman.
Yeah.
And I can
Crazy.
see him being like, oh my gosh, I gotta get a handle on this shit. It's about to get out of control in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's wicked. Like, don't let people do that to you. I don't care if you have to call the police. Do what you need to do. Don't let people make a fool of you at your job. That's enough.
Listen, don't do it, okay? It's not cute. It's not cute. While you trying to build back your credit, she gonna be on to her third guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it to you. Don't give her the credit cards. Don't. Cause she probably sharing it with her friends. Okay? All
And
right.
listen, ladies, also for the ladies,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. If one guy says no, I'm sure you'll find another. It seems like this is your hobby.
Yes.
Don't go out in public risking your, not even just risking going to jail, but also your reputation.
Your character, your pride,
Your
your every
all of that. This is the
yeah.
era of cell phone footage. Like,
Listen, and it don't go away.
it's always out there. Your face is always seen. People never forget. And
Me for days.
still to this day, I see shit circulate from
Yeah.
back in like 2005. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just want to tell this one thing. Do you remember that it was this video of a girl? She was on a train and she was arguing with like an older woman on a
I'ma
train.
beat your ass on this train. I'm on the mark. I'm
Hey,
finna do my thing. You thought I
dang,
wanted to freestyle on you?
freestyle on you, boo.
I'ma break my feet up in your asshole.
Asshole.
Get out my
You got
face.
5 seconds
Get
to
out
do
my
it or
face.
it's over, bitch.
Yes. Yes. You know how many people? You know how many people in Atlanta thought that was me?
Are you serious?
I said I do not look like that because I had longer hair and I will always wear a hat when I was going to college and they thought that was me. I was like, I would never treat no old lady like that.
Yeah, that was like next level disrespect.
The
You the same nigga that raped me. You
same new.
that raped
The
me.
same new.
And that video, still to this day, recently,
Oh yeah.
someone had sent it to me and was like, "Remember this?" It had been reposted on a website. So
Oh yeah.
whoever the crazy girl is, 15 years later, this video is still out here on the World Wide Web,
Yeah.
circulating on social media.
Right.
And back
You
then, we didn't even have all the shit we have now. So she might have been like on Gossip or World Star, something slight.
Oh yeah,
Now
yeah.
it's being shared on all social media sites.
With the quickness. Retweet, retweet, retweet. Okay? Yeah, I'm not acting a fool for nobody. And women, stop allowing random men that don't pay for shit, ain't never had a bill in their name, use your car.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. If you know he don't have a car and he don't have his license because he was driving without a license or he was careless, why the fuck are you giving them your car?
My thing is this: if you don't even have a license, why do you want to drive?
Listen.
If you don't have a license past the age of 20, I'll give it to about 22 because everybody isn't interested in driving. But if you have an interest in driving, yet you still haven't gone out to get your license,
Yeah.
bro, then you can't be behind the wheel. You don't want to be
It
behind the
depends
wheel.
on where you're at. Like in New York and Philly, you could get away for years without having a license. Because
Yeah.
cops are not pulling you over for shit like that. They got bigger fish to fry. But if you bring your ass here in Georgia and police officers gotta make their quota on the first and the end of the month, you're gonna be fucked.
I mean, even in DC, it's like that. You gotta have a. I mean, you have to, cause you get pulled over here for little shit like
Oh yeah.
a tail light. They're easily pulling you over for that, and then they're not just saying, "Oh, your tail light is out. Have a good night. I'm giving you a warning." They're legit. Like, let me run. I need your license and registrations. I need to run
Right.
all your information to make sure you're legit before I let
Right.
you leave.
Right. Madness. What's another?
Madness.
Um, a real woman that respects you does not want all your time. Okay? Let me say that one more time. A real woman that respects you does not want all your time. There's no way that you can provide for yourself, provide for me, or provide just my sanity by being up under me all day, every day. It's not going to work.
Mm-mm.
There's no way. Okay?
Mm-mm.
And women have to get that out their mind of needing to know where a man is, what he's doing. You know, he only called you 2 times today instead of 5. He going out to have fun and he laughing. I'm not laughing with him. What he laughing at? Like, let go.
Mm-mm.
Let go. Like, it's
Yeah.
better to be around somebody that comes to you because they want to spend time with you. Like, it makes no
I
sense to
think
me.
it's weird that men are okay with constantly checking in too.
Oh yeah, that's where are your balls? Where are your balls?
Yeah,
Where are
find
your
them,
balls?
bro,
Where are your
immediately. Because
balls? Yeah, I
as a
can't do.
woman, I'm not checking in.
No.
Like, we're grown. If
Yeah.
we have plans to do something, or you're just making sure I'm okay, cool. But as far as like, and I think I mentioned this before, like meeting someone and they're like, "Oh, well, let me know when you get there, and let me know when you leave." And
Yeah.
no,
I mean, I do that with my
I'm.
kids.
That's your kid. That's different.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if I'm doing it because I'm choosing to, but the expectation of it did that, don't expect nothing from me like that. I'm not. I'm not checking in. I just don't want to.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes it's not even that a man or a woman does something to the next person. Sometimes I just
Mm-hmm.
don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to FaceTime. And people don't know how to take hints. So like let's say if you call somebody on FaceTime, they answer, but they hanging out with other people, right? Or they're
Mm-hmm.
watching something and you say, okay, what are you watching? And they give you full extended detail while they're talking to the next person. And you're like, okay, well, go ahead and enjoy the movie. After you're done, then
Hit me up.
just call. And they sit on the phone and they bypass that hint.
I'm
I'm,
hanging up.
listen, I'm not about to sit on the phone and let you do that.
If you're conversing, some things to me are just manners, and that's one of those things.
Right.
We're in this age where like phone is life, and I can't stand that shit
Yeah.
because if I am in the presence of people, physically in the
Yeah.
presence of people, I want to give those people my full attention. If we're, now if we're just, it's just leisure time, we're not talking or we're not really engaging, cool.
Mhm.
But if we are, I'm not gonna. I mean, even if we're not doing anything, I don't think it's appropriate to hold a full conversation with someone else in the
It's
presence of other
rude
people.
because
It
I'm
is
not gonna
very
do it.
rude.
I'm not gonna do it to somebody that's at my house.
Yeah,
Like I
it is
have
very
guests.
rude.
That's why I had to stop going to concerts before COVID, because people would just go to concerts, stand up, and have all their fucking phones in your face.
Yeah. So I stopped recording myself at concerts
I don't
because I
like it.
wanted to live in the moment. Like I'm not even
Yes,
enjoying the show if I'm constantly like phone in hand. I
and
feel
then
like if I'm not front row to the point where the person can possibly touch me, it's no reason for my phone to just constantly be in my hand.
listen. I am 5'1". My license is
Me
a lie.
too.
Says 5'2". I cannot see what's going on stage if your fucking phones is in my face.
Listen, so we're in the same boat where it's like once everybody else stand up, I have to stand up because now I can't see.
Yeah. And most concerts that I go to, especially if it's um like lounges, you have to stand up. And you think I'm about to
Yeah.
pay for this high ass ticket, stand up and be hurting tomorrow because I'm in my motherfucking 30s and my body's like, no. And then you gonna put fucking phones in my face? No, ma'am. So yeah, this is out. All right, I have one more on my list.
Okay.
Men, I know it would be kind to do, but please do not pay for her kids' needs.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all not in a relationship that's like a year or two in, and you didn't
Hmm.
fully engage in a relationship with someone's children that you're in a relationship with, you should not be paying for their school. You should not be paying for them to have food in the fridge. You should not be paying for their uniforms. You should not be paying her utilities. None of that shit.
I'm with you.
Because I don't think people understand that in order for you to date or be in a relationship, you have to be able to afford those things. And I'm not talking just about money. I'm talking about priority wise. Do I have space to entertain somebody for shits and giggles while I have priorities going on over here that I cannot afford?
Hmm.
Do I have the mental capacity to care about somebody else's day or somebody else's feelings when I have 5 kids, work, and I have shit over here that I haven't paid attention to that's like due like last week? Because you can't get in those relationships or those dealings with people and be like, oh, he didn't help me do this, or he wasn't the type of man that I needed because I need a man that can do X, Y, and Z. No, you need a help me fund. You need somebody to fund your life, to fund your priorities. Like, it's one thing to want
Listen,
to date, and it's another thing where you're looking for somebody to fund your life.
I don't want anything from anybody because I don't want anyone expecting anything from me.
Hello? Is it me
And
I'm
that's
looking
the
at?
that's the key thing for me. Once
Yeah,
people start doing big shit like bill paying and stuff,
yeah,
expectations come with that.
right,
That ain't no free shit. You're paying for that in some way, shape, or form.
right.
Uh-uh.
Listen,
I'm not with that. I'm not trying to pay. So just keep your money with you. I'ma keep me over here with me. And we're
listen,
just gonna do our separate thing. And if we grow and we become something more, that's different. But we're
right.
talking about early on, just starting to date, or not even dating, but just in the talking stage, because now that's
Getting
like
to
a
the,
permanent thing.
yes,
And you're like doing all of these big things. It just doesn't make sense. These are things that husbands and wives do. And I think this adds to the reason of why people don't care to work towards marriage anymore, because they're already doing all of these big things without
hello,
such a title.
hello. Women be in relationships with someone that they want to marry one day, very soon, for 20 plus years, and be like, you know, I'm just, doing wife shit. Well, you doing wife shit. He don't know why he need to marry you.
Right.
What's
You
gonna
doing
change
wife
if he
shit.
marries you?
You're doing wife shit, and the whole time in the back of his mind, he's like, "She gonna be here. Let me
Right.
just play around a little bit more, cause where's she going?"
You got to stop doing
This.
that to yourself because it cannot always be his fault. It cannot always be his fault. You decided that this is where you want to stay regardless of the cons, and this is where you've been. And you can't sit here and
Mhm.
say, "Oh, all men ain't shit," because that was the man you chose to deal with. You can't sit there
Yep.
and say all women ain't shit because that's the women you chose to deal with.
Mhm.
People have to stop and be like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to date anybody right now. Maybe I don't need to be in a relationship. Maybe I need to figure out what my boundaries are. Maybe I need to figure out what my rules for the next relationship is going to be. That way I don't have to deal with what I've been dealing with.
Mhm.
Just something to think about. But that's all I had on my list. I know you and Greg got a motherfucking show in like 10 minutes.
We
So
canceled our show
why you canceled it?
because we just didn't know what we were going to get into. But before you, she ain't kicking me out, y'all. It's like,
I'm not kicking you out, but right before I came on here, no, right before I came on here, I was texting with him and he was like, "Oh yeah, me and
I
Shay
just
got
chimed in. So what's the
yeah,
question for a man? What's the exact question?
I
the
did not mean
question."
to hit that.
It's all right. The question was, well, it wasn't even really a question. Women expecting men to pay for blah 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 blah, because there was a video where this lady expected a man to pay for her kids' food before they went on a date, and she didn't say, "Hey, is it okay if you pay for such and such food because I don't have any money?" She just gave him a look from his passenger seat because he drove her there and was like, you know, not about to pay for my kids' food. So that was really the question. So really, I really went over all of the things that men really need to stop doing so women can know their place in first dates, in getting to know people, in the fact that taking care of your child because I want to date you is not my responsibility.
Yeah,
So that was,
being in my being in my 30s, I
yeah.
feel like it's harder to meet people that are also with are also like childless. Like everyone seems to have at least one kid nowadays, and that's fine for me.
Yeah.
But with that, when you're in the dating stage comes a lot of responsibility. And I feel like there are some things that are heavily ignored by the parent that's dating.
Hmm.
And so I kind of wanted to talk about some of those things too. Like,
Talk about it because I want to know what was ignored. Because when before I had my girls, I was talking to somebody off and on for like 15 years who had a child
mhm.
and lived with his child's mother, which came to a revelation that they were still in this illusion of a relationship.
See,
So,
that was one of my points. Make
so
sure, like, yeah, make sure before you start dating
yeah,
as a parent, make sure that your chapter with your children's mother or father is closed.
yeah,
I run into that a lot where they're like, "Oh, well, we tried again like 3 months ago, and now we just figure we just gonna quit trying." No, you ain't.
right,
3 months ago, your child is 9. You ain't over it. She ain't over it. You're still in it, and
yeah,
it's completely natural to have feelings towards a woman or a man that has given you such a gift. A child is a gift.
yeah,
And as a person that is dating someone with children, or has dated someone with children, I've recognized that your first priority is always the child and their
It should
well-being, which sometimes, go ahead.
it should be, but
Yeah.
once you're in a relationship, now you have to take on, the parent does. Now you have to take on the fact that you have to balance out caring for your child, spending time
Hmm.
with your child, spending time for the person that you're in a relationship with.
Yeah. Balance. When you're back in the dating game, find balance.
Yeah.
There has to be some form of balance. I don't like people that cancel a lot, and it's a common courtesy. It's not about the single individual, or well, the childless individual being selfish. It's
Hmm.
more so just about being mindful of that person's time.
Yes.
Because after a time or two of being canceled because, oh, she's got to work late, or, oh, I forgot that he had a game on Saturday, or after a few times of that, I'm just like, look, you're clearly, your schedule is all over the place. I don't fit. I
Hmm.
don't fit. And it's okay to be a parent that's in the dating phase, that's looking to date, but you also have to recognize that you have to make time to date.
Yeah.
It's not a get in where you fit in type situation if you want something serious. If you're
I
looking for quickies and hookups and flings, then sure.
have a question for you.
Hmm.
What is your age range of possibly dealing with a man who already has kids? What is the youngest that their kid could be for you to allow it?
I probably would say about 6.
Ah,
And
okay.
I say that to say that when you reach the age of 6, you gain a little bit more independence. So it's
Yeah.
not like they need the mom to always be the one to call and say, "Hey, I want to see you," or to be, the parent isn't always the key communicator anymore because the child has learned to like express themselves more. And some of those things they can just do on their own without the mom or dad interfering,
Unless that parent is mad controlling.
unless the parent is made controlling, which, if that's the case, just leave me out of it.
Yeah.
A lot
Okay.
of
So
these.
my age range is, I would like an app created, which I will do an episode on this. I would like an app created for single men who have kids, because I'm in my 30s and I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't want any more kids. I have
Mhm.
two, but it wouldn't make sense for me to date someone who has never had kids, doesn't know if they want kids or not, and have the consideration and the mindset of someone who has kids to understand why I can't sometimes, or why this is more important. So I feel
Right.
like I would have to date somebody who already has kids, doesn't want
Hmm.
any more kids, and
Hmm.
is like dead set on his boundaries with that child's mother. So I that would be the only thing that I would take seriously.
So, what age? What's your age cap
My
for as far as
age is
being
like preferably 9 and older.
9 and older? Okay, that's smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
9 is a good age. Yeah, I don't have children, but I'm also in a place where I'm starting to. I feel myself becoming very selfish, and I'm really comfortable in my singleness, and I'm starting to feel like I don't have to do the parenthood thing.
Yeah. You don't
So
have
I'm, hmm,
you don't have to, and you shouldn't
yeah,
feel like you should.
yeah. I don't feel like I have to anymore. I used to
Hmm.
feel like I had to.
Hmm.
Not just for the person that I was dating, but also like family pressure. Like I'm the
Mm.
oldest sibling, I'm the first child, first grandchild. So with that comes a lot of like pressure
Yeah.
to start a family, to have children, to do all of these things. And people start to think that something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with me. I'm a very fertile woman. Trust me,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just in a space where it's like, listen, if I don't come across this certain type of person that has a certain type of family, like I don't want them to, I don't have a close knit family. So I
Mhm.
always date guys that come from close knit families.
Yeah.
So if they don't have that type of background, I don't really want to have children with you because I need them to see that somewhere from
Yeah.
one side.
That's good.
So yeah, so it's just certain things, certain expectations and things that I'm requiring that
Hmm.
I just haven't found yet. And I'm watching I know they say, oh, people are doing it later now, and that's cool, but that is just not for me.
See, I'm the opposite.
I'm okay. I don't want to do that.
I
I don't want to be just starting. See, your girls
I
will be older.
yeah, I'm very like introverted when it comes
Me
to
too.
people I'm related to.
Okay.
Uh, For instance, while we were recording, my cousin,
Hmm.
uh, his two sons, they dropped off my nephew, and they came in the house, and I haven't seen them in months. And I did not stop recording. I did not get up from my desk. I just waved. They came, this is their first time coming to my house, and they left. And to me, it's kind of like that stuff doesn't bother me. So if I'm in a relationship with somebody who always at their mom's house, their mom is always calling, their sister come through the house whenever, I can never be
Hmm.
comfortable naked in here. I can never want to do spontaneous things. And every holiday, I do not want to go to your family's house to eat. I don't
Hmm.
want to be around people.
Hmm.
So I probably wouldn't pick somebody that's very like, oh, you know where I'm at? I'm at the spot, and the spot is always your uncle house, your auntie house, your mama house. Like, I'm just like, all right, well, just I'll see you. Just I'm gonna leave the latch unlocked. Just come in, I guess, whenever you done. I don't want to come. I don't even know how to play spades. I don't want to learn. I could play dominoes. I don't like beer. I cannot drink brown because every time I drink brown, I have kids. So there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do with you. So
And
just
see,
meet
but see,
out.
for me, being family oriented doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that we have a good dynamic. It doesn't even have to be. Usually, you're right. It does come with all of that, but sometimes they can just have a good dynamic where it's like, if we can't do something, if you're at work and I'm running behind because of traffic, you have a mom that's not always like, I can't do that. I ain't picking nobody
Yeah,
up. I told, like that kind of shit.
yeah.
I need. I I'm one of those people that believes that it takes a village, and I want to have a strong village.
Okay. So like, if,
Yeah.
if if the person I'm in a relationship with goes to like their mom's house or
Hmm.
their parents' home, um, and they say, "Oh, where's such and such? Why she ain't come?" She don't want to, but I'll bring her plate back. I need them to not be offended. I need them to
Yeah.
understand this is who your son is with, ma'am, sir. I do not want to come. Y'all cool and
Hmm.
everything, but maybe next time I'll come. But I don't feel like I should be obligated to come with your child every time.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. You shouldn't feel obligated. That's key. Who wants to
Yeah,
feel obligated to do something that they don't want to do? That's
not me.
true.
Because if I don't want to come, I'm not coming. I don't like football. I don't care about any sports. So
Me
don't
either.
ask me to the game because I don't want to come. And if you say you got to go watch the game with your boys, bye. Now,
Yes.
if you
Shay, what's
saying
your sign? What's your
Gemini,
astrological sign? That's so weird.
now
Yes.
if you say you got to go watch boxing, and nigga, I'm coming. Like, I will watch that. I'm coming. But I don't want to come watch football. I don't want to come watch basketball. I don't care about nothing. Game night. Let me see. Monopoly. I'm gonna end up cheating because that game is too fucking long. Charades. I'm not really good at charades because I'm slow with like my timing. And card games. I suck in card games. If you play Uno, I'm a cheat. You probably go find a card in between my draws. And so I'm really not good with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna play these 6 voicemails.
Okay.
I was raised up by my
Clock.
father, and I watched him how he treated my mother. When we used to go out to the movies, my father paid for everything. My mama get out the car. He opened up the door,
He's
and
a
he used to always
gentleman.
tell my sisters, when you bring a man in your life, you should feel secure, protected. You shouldn't want for nothing. So that's just how I was raised up. You know, how I see my father. I never see my mother want for nothing, because if a man could get licensed for a dog, if a man could get licensed to go fish,
Mm,
when a woman take his last name, he should be able to man up to it.
yes.
And just like she shouldn't want for nothing because she got his name. You know, I
I
don't
agree.
know. That's just me. That's how I was raised up.
I agree with
That's
that. If she's your
yeah.
wife.
Right. We're talking about early stages of dating.
Yeah. Don't be doing that. Dating. Don't get yourself used up. Like,
Use and abuse.
you know how they rolled the end of the toothpaste all the way up to the top? If you do that while you dating right now in 2020, you're gonna get yourself fucked up.
Yeah.
What do women expect men to pay for?
Everything these days, everything. They want them to pay for their hair, the lashes,
The
the
nails.
the nails, the cake face. Some women want the men to pay for their bodies to get done so they
Oh
can
yeah.
post for other men. Um, what else do they want to pay for? Uh, just their lifestyle, their wants, their bags, their vacations, their all of that. Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
much. Like if you go
Everything.
independent, then you better be independent.
Yeah.
Okay? If you a dependent, say that. If this man gonna mark you off on his taxes as this bitch gotta eat, then let him do that. But don't be out here talking about I'm self-made.
Yeah. I want. I.
But if you're saying that the man is a provider and everything, a protector, why would he not want?
Mm. Go ahead. What would you say?
I was saying. I want to know why do men. Why do men? What do they find intriguing about women that expect these things from them so early on?
They just want to feel like they that man, or they want to feel needed. A lot of people, if you don't need them, they don't know their place.
Oh, then maybe that's why I'm single. I get
Listen,
that a lot. I get that. I and my ex, we went through a whole thing of that. Of like, you're just so independent. You don't allow me to.
yeah, that's usually my problem. Or, you know, you don't tell me you need help. You didn't ask me to help you because I don't want you to help me.
Yeah,
Sometimes if I call you and I talk to you, I just want to vent. I'm not
yeah.
asking for you to throw money in my cash
Bail
app.
me out.
I'm asking
Yeah,
you to leave a roll of greenery on my desk. I'm not asking for that. I really just want you to listen to me because a lot of men feel like all their problems could be solved with money.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not
That's true.
that's not true because I bought a vibrator and it's not helping me. Okay. So all my problems cannot be solved with money. It's not helping me not one bit.
If the man is the provider and the protector, how come you won't let him know where you at? If he's supposed to be providing and protecting you, like you want to know where your kids are at because you care, so maybe he cares. Make sure you're safe. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but that's a strong maybe. The males today, they don't ask where you're at or your whereabouts because they care. They ask that to make sure they not there with that bitch. Okay? And then to me, this is for me. Whenever
Mhm.
I'm with somebody that I care about, that
Mhm.
I love in a relationship, you ain't never got to ask me where I'm at. I'm giving you that information automatically.
Anyway, right. I
So
don't
if
want you
if
following
you
up on me.
listen, if you in a relationship where you have to ask that woman where you're at, or you have to ask that man where you're at, you are not the one. You are not the main. There is somebody else there because they should automatically feel like I don't want you to wonder.
Mhm. Yep.
To me. So you ain't never have to feel like you need to protect me and you have to ask me where I'm at because I would have already told you. It probably would have been our fifth time communicating today. Right.
Hello.
She gets it.
What's up?
Shay 2 times. This is the Renaissance. I just chimed in looking at the topic. Women expect the men to pay for what?
Right.
The way I look at it today, it's not like, the way it used to be back in the 1800s when I was coming up. But, I would recommend, if you're interested in if a man is interested in a young lady, or even if a woman is interested in a gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go out, let's say you're going out to eat, you pay for yours, and he pays for his,
Mhm.
and you just go about it like that, and then if you all hit it off, that it's all good. But if you don't, you can't say that I paid for this or you owe me, and
Yes.
Mhm.
it just solves a lot of potential confusion.
Listen,
Right.
women
And
be
like I
out here
said,
being like, "Oh,
I'm
you,
okay with that shit.
yeah, you
Go
can't
ahead. I'm
buy
sorry.
me," but women be out here wanting to get bought.
Yeah. I'm okay with Dutch dating. They call it Dutch dating, right? When you pay when
Hmm.
everyone pays for themselves.
Yeah,
I'm
I
okay with that because
uh,
go ahead.
I used to this is the defense mechanism. I used to take my male friends that were trying to get out of their friend zone space.
Mhm.
I used to purposely take them for breakfast in the morning and purposely pay for it to let them know that this will never go anywhere. This is what it is, and I hope you enjoyed your meal. Because we will never do a dinner date. Because you need to know that like you're cool. I respect you. I can't wait till you find someone that's gonna love everything that you're given, but I'm just not it. And that's how I would
Mhm.
basically put them back in their position. And it worked because one of them from college is married with 2 kids. And I'm just like, sir, I am loving this. Every time I come on Facebook, it's just a new notification. I'm loving it. I hope you enjoy your marriage because you were never it for me, but I had to park you.
Mhm. Yeah. See, I
A
never
lot.
had that problem because I'm so blunt. I'm like, bro. Especially if we're cool enough to where I can be honest and I feel you trying to initiate something else. I'm
Yeah,
that one that's like, you know, this shit ain't happening right. Like, I don't care what you think you're going to do. Da, 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 da. Like, that's not it.
yeah,
Once we're comfortable with each other, I'm pretty good with communicating. It's that communicating with people that are like, we don't have that friendship. So sometimes I'm really guarded with what I say.
hmm,
Does that make sense?
yes. But some men out here think you playing hard to get, like my ex from high school. Sir, it's been about 16 years, and this man texts me every other day Currently wants to know my new address, which I won't give to him. He sends me lunch money, which I use to buy plants for my house. And I don't know what to tell him to let him know that, sir, this is not happening. He really feels like one day I'm just gonna get tired and he's just gonna wear me down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, sir. Like
And you're like, no.
I haven't even gone so far as to put him up for auction and tell other women about him. I'm just like, you know what? He's very hardworking. He
Mm-hmm.
very stingy with his money, so he has money.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't deal with any of his kids' mothers in that way, and he's goofy. He's about 6'2", and his dick will hit your throat from the bottom up. And I just feel like there's a woman out there that wants to be satisfied in that way. I'm just not it.
You selling him, sis? Like, your
Like,
resume sounding about good.
listen, if that's what you're looking for in a black man, a southern black man that's a gentleman, I have somebody where I can give you their contact information, but I just need him to fall in love elsewhere because this is not gonna work. I'm just tired of it. I'm
Shane is
tired.
like, it's not me, bro. It's not me.
Listen, I don't know what else to tell him. You know, the text, you know, how are my stepchildren? Sir, we are not married.
So I think stuff like that is weird. Like,
But because we have a friendship and I
mm-hmm.
know why he's doing it, he knows it annoys me, so it doesn't bother me. But the
Right.
last ex I had, he knew me before I had kids. So he would also say that sometimes. And I'm just like, they not just their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I dated this guy. And this is another thing as a single person. One of my rules of dating.
Mm-hmm.
If we if we dated in the past,
Yeah.
and when we first dated you didn't have children, and then we come back to meet somehow, some way, and you have children, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because
Yeah.
clearly you've been living real reckless. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the claps and everything. Leave me alone. Like, that has literally happened to me where, like, I had dated someone, it didn't work. He ended up reaching out to me literally a year later, and he's like, yeah, so I have a son.
Mm.
No, I have a son on the way. My son is on the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, congrats. What you want me to say? Like, so you left here childless and you're coming back with child. And then it's so early, like, you're going to have to constantly be around or communicate with the mom. Like, what you want from me, buddy? Because I don't need no new friends.
Can we talk about that? Why do men do this? This is not a save, guys. If you approach a woman in a romantic sense, hey, my name is such and such. Is it okay if I get your phone number or I give you my number? And they tell you no, I'm good. They be like, do you have a man? No. That should be it. Like, I gave you 2 hints
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not interested. I shouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
to tell you I have a man and then you say, but can we just be friends? You did not approach me because you wanted to be my friend. That's not a
Mm-hmm.
save.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
Not even
doing
just that, but bro, who said I want any more friends? If I wanted to offer that to you, I would have said it. No, I don't. I have someone, but we can be cool though. I would have said it.
Listen, if I
If
know
I
a
didn't offer it, it's not an option.
yeah, if I know a man is looking at me with different type of eyes, when I talk to him, I see his eyes wandering on my titties. So we can't be nothing. You know, we just happen to work here together, and you might see me some days in something nice and tight, and you just gonna have to enjoy it there and then, and that's gonna be it. Because there's no being friends with people like that. They waiting for a slight opportunity.
Yeah.
And good people, thank you all for joining us again.
Yes.
This was a long one, but it was a good one, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If you want, you can follow me on Twitter at Cocky Shortcakes is the name. And Shan, where can they find you?
She Gets It Pod, hashtag She Gets It, IG She Gets It Pod, Twitter She Gets It Pod, and yeah, follow the She Gets It podcast on all of your podcast platforms.
Whoop, whoop. On
That's
that note,
it.
ladies and gents, we are out. Have a wonderful evening and happy
Bye.
holidays. Bye.